"Hurry up, Sam," called Carl to his 9-year-old son. They were running late, and Sam was still in the bathroom finishing up his business. Banging his hip into the sharp corner of the kitchen counter, Carl scrunched up his face in pain. Taking the boy to school was usually his wife's chore, but he dropped her off at the airport this morning. Pounding on the bathroom door, he yelled again for Sam to hurry up. It was 8:08 a.m., and they were nearly 10 minutes past the school start time, and they hadn't even left the house yet. The bathroom door whipped open, and the boy's eyebrows were furrowed in annoyance. "I can't poop any faster. Should have woken me up in time," mumbled Sam as he glared at his dad. Carl rolled his eyes in frustration. "You, young man, are not supposed to sleep through your alarms. I'm not your mother who babies you every morning." Tossing a hastily made peanut butter and jelly into Sam's lunchbox, he opened the door and motioned for the boy to follow. Shoving a key into his Ford pickup truck, he backed out of the long driveway at breakneck speed and headed for work. 2 hours later, Carl's executive assistant, Jenny, knocked on his office door. "Mr. Grayson, Sam's school is on the phone." Sighing, Carl told Jenny to transfer the call to him. Boy was always being a nuisance to his teachers, talking back or pulling pranks. He got a call from the school about every other week. "Hello, this is Sam's dad." "Good morning, Mr. Grayson. I'm calling to ask if Sam is excused from school today." "No, why would he be excused today?" "Well, Mr. Grayson, it's because that Sam didn't show up today, so we figured that he was maybe sick and you forgot to make the absent call today." Carl was silent for a moment before he dropped the phone and ran out to his truck. A shred of Sam's shirt was still stuck to the back of the tire. The cafe's nearly empty, so I see her instantly. Vicky, sitting by the wall at the furthest table in the back, sees me as I approach and does a little wave. "Hi," I say, taking a seat across from her. Joey wanted to join and say bye, but he has exams and didn't realize how far the new place would be. Vicky smiles and reaches over the small table to pat me on the shoulder. "Oh, your son is the sweetest, but I want him to focus on his studies. I wouldn't want him stressed in any way." Her smiling seems like a good sign. Maybe she might be in a good place now. "I truly understand why you're moving out so far. Even driving through here, I can tell Langston gives a completely different vibe." I say. She just gives a nod. "So, how are things?" "Well, we finally sorted out the legal stuff. It took a while to wrap my head around it all, but I just realized that it wasn't worth it anymore. I have to move on. I mean, even if I stayed in Stonecliff, our town holds too many memories. I just had to leave." I took her hands in mine. She looks down and a smile fades. "Hey, look, Fee, no matter what happens in your next chapter, I'll be here for you. Ethan doesn't deserve you anyway. And leave him without so much of an explanation? You gave him everything." She lifts her head up and gives a hopeful look again. "Thanks. I know I can always count on you. I don't exactly know how to go after today, but I've always appreciated how much you think about me." "Well, duh, V. And don't you ever forget it. Even if Ethan comes and try to win you back, he'll have to get through me first." She chuckles and laughs. I got a laugh out of her. I'm relieved. We're BFFs, V. Ride or die. She pulls her hands away from mine in seeming embarrassment. We seemingly don't get this sappy, but this is important. She looks right past me. "Oh, it looks like our drinks are here. I ordered ahead while I was waiting." The waiter approaches what I order, a black coffee and my favorite iced white chocolate cappuccino. "Here you go, ladies. Enjoy." As he walked away, I grabbed my drink, but I froze. I looked back to Vicky, her eyes staring directly into mine. V, I asked, trying to play it cool. "How do you know my favorite drink is here?" She smiles again, but it's different this time, as if a weight lifted off of her shoulders. "It's not a coincidence that I called you here, at this exact cafe, and at this exact table, to meet you before I go," she says coldly. "I've known about your little rendezvous spot for a while now. Please make sure that you tell Ethan the best of luck to both of you." My heart dropped because I knew that she knew now. Tears swelled up in her eyes as she continued to look me dead in my eyes. And before I can even think of an excuse, she takes out a gun from behind her, places the barrel in her mouth, and pulls the trigger. At that moment, I felt that I was dead as well. All from simply just knowing it was all my fault. His name is Robert, but everybody called him Bobby Odor. There's not a nice way to say this, but he stunk. It was really an unplaceable smell. It was so horrible. Anyways, I was deeply unlucky. Apparently, Robert's parents called my parents concerned. A surprise, surprise, Bobby Odor was having trouble making friends. The kids were bullying him. Couldn't our sons have a sleepover? As if I wasn't already unpopular enough. Geez, I didn't even have a choice in the matter. But I did feel pretty bad for him. So I was at least gonna try to have a fun time. So when Robert came over, I showed him my room. "Whoa," he said. "You have your own room?" "Yeah, I do. It's pretty convenient." He went right into my bathroom and closed the door. I heard him spraying my Axe body spray, a sound he tried to cover up by flushing the toilet. I really should have thanked him for that, for trying to cover up the smell, but I already promised myself I would not mention the smell. He came out of the bathroom, and that's when I showed him the stash. I had Mountain Dew Baja Blast, Ice Pop Prime, Cool Ranch Doritos and Fritos, double stuffed Oreos. These are just the things I hoarded in my room. "Oh yeah, we got options," I told him. Man, I never had soda before. He seemed sad or embarrassed to admit it. I cracked open the top and handed him the Baja Blast. "Well, prepare for glory, my dude," I said. He sipped it gingerly. Then he smiled so big that it must have been the first time in his life he smiled. "All right, man, it's time for Fortnite." Of course he didn't know what Fortnite was. Where has this kid lived, under a rock? I played just one game to show him how it worked. Then I handed him the controller. His eyes lit up as he played. He died pretty quickly though. He tried to hand me the controller. "No," I said. "Keep playing, I want to see you win one." It took 4 hours, 3 Mountain Dews, and a lot of backseat coaching, but he finally got a victory roar out. He jumped for joy, then started tearing up. You're the first person to ever be nice to me." "Oh man, don't mention it." Damn, now he really started to cry. Tears poured out. He sobbed. You hate that I stink, don't you?" "Wait, no, I never did." "I hate it. It doesn't matter how much I sour or how much I scrub. How many times I wash my clothes, I can't get the smell out of it. It's my parents. They make me clean up after them. They are a disgusting mess. I clean it. So many pieces, organs, bones, and blood. I'm so sorry. I thought you would be mean like everyone else." He gasped for air, face soaked in tears. They made me do it." They made you do what?" "Unlock your bathroom window." My bathroom door creaked open. Robert's parents stood in the doorway smiling at me. His mother held up a syringe, while his father pointed at me.
"We'll start with him."
No!
Good evening, everyone. This is Yuri K, and this is the end of the video. Please leave a comment and let us know your opinions on the matter. If you happen to like this content, please check out our other videos. Make sure you like and share amongst your friends and family to help our community grow. You happen to be new to this channel? Please make sure you subscribe. It's free, and you can always change it in the future. You have some terrifying story suggestions? If so, make sure that you send it to my email, fearofthedarkstories@gmail.com, and I'll feature it in a future segment. But you guys stay safe out there, and remember to always be afraid of the dark.